Welcome back to a Health Data and AI Talk with Track Health News on AI and machine learning examples in healthcare. Contact Track Health News for citations and more info. Get this. Experts are predicting that the AI healthcare market will explode from $14 billion in 2022 to almost $190 billion by 2030.
Wow, that's a pretty massive leap, and it really shows just how quickly this technology is evolving. But what does it actually mean, for the average person?
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. We've got a ton of new research on AI that can predict everything from hypertension risk to fetal health, even detecting hidden patterns in chronic kidney disease.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how AI can sometimes uncover these really subtle clues that traditional methods might miss altogether.
Right.
For example, there are researchers from AstraZeneca and University College London who used AI to analyze medical records,
Well,
and they found 5 distinct subtypes of chronic kidney disease.
5. That's a lot more nuanced than the usual classifications, right?
Exactly. And these subtypes, there aren't just academic distinctions. They could actually have real implications for treatment. Imagine getting a diagnosis that's not just chronic kidney disease, but like a very specific subtype
Hmm.
that helps your doctor tailor your treatment plan much more effectively.
Okay, yeah, so that's personalized medicine in action.
Yeah.
And speaking of personalized treatment, there's this team from the Cleveland Clinic and Case Western Reserve University that's using AI to predict blood pressure after dialysis.
Yeah, this could be a total game changer for people on dialysis, especially children and young adults. Dialysis can be really tough on the body, and managing blood pressure afterwards is crucial for long-term health.
Yeah.
This AI model uses data like weight gain and pulse to predict how a patient's blood pressure will respond to dialysis,
Interesting.
which allows doctors to basically fine-tune the treatment for each individual.
So instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, it's like getting a custom-tailored dialysis plan.
Precisely. And it's all based on data that's already routinely collected, making it relatively easy to implement.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, shifting gears a bit, there's some new research on using AI to predict colorectal cancer stage directly from Medicare claims data.
This is huge because knowing the stage of cancer is so crucial for treatment decisions, and prognosis. But that information isn't always, readily available in medical records.
Right.
This AI model could actually help fill in those gaps,
Interesting.
giving doctors a much more complete picture of a patient's condition.
So it's like having an AI detective piecing together clues from all these different sources to get a better understanding of the cancer.
Exactly. And the implications go beyond individual patients.
Okay.
This could lead to better research and a clearer understanding of real-world cancer outcomes.
Now let's talk about something that honestly sounds straight out of science fiction. Predicting cardiac arrest before it happens.
Yeah, it sounds incredible, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Researchers at Seoul National University Hospital have actually developed an AI system that analyzes real-time ECG data from patients in the ICU.
So while you're lying there in intensive care, an AI is like watching over your heart, looking for any signs of trouble.
That's a great way to put it. The AI is looking for these subtle patterns in heart rate variability that might indicate an impending cardiac arrest. And because it's analyzing data in real time, it can alert doctors hours before a potential crisis.
That's amazing. It's like having an early warning system for your heart.
And it's all thanks to the power of AI to detect those tiny little signals that humans might miss.
Okay, this next one might seem a bit niche, but it's a great example of how AI can be applied to very, very specific situations. Predicting breathing complications in patients on ventilators in the ICU.
Yeah, this is, life-saving stuff.
Wow.
These complications can be really serious, and early detection is key. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University have created an AI model that analyzes vital signs and electronic health records to predict these complications. Think of it as another set of eyes constantly monitoring the patient and alerting doctors if there's any cause for concern.
So the AI is like a vigilant guardian, watching over the patient's every breath.
Exactly. And in the ICU, where every second counts, this kind of early intervention can make a world of difference.
Now let's dive into something that could offer huge relief for people undergoing dialysis. Managing blood pressure after dialysis can be a real challenge, especially for younger patients.
You're absolutely right. And researchers from Cleveland Clinic Children's and Lerner College of Medicine of Case Western Reserve University are tackling this challenge head-on using AI.
And they've developed a way to predict post-dialysis blood pressure using readily available information.
Right. Their machine learning models use data like weight gain and pulse, which are already being collected during routine dialysis treatments.
So it's all about harnessing the power of data that's already there.
Exactly. This could lead to more personalized dialysis treatments, helping patients achieve better blood pressure control and ultimately improve their long-term health.
Wow, that's incredible. We've seen how AI can predict cardiac arrest, personalize dialysis treatments, and even help patients recover after surgery. It's clear that this technology has the potential to revolutionize healthcare in countless ways.
And honestly, we've only just scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore in the world of AI and healthcare.
Well, luckily for our listeners, we've got plenty more fascinating research to dive into. Stay tuned for more exciting examples of AI in action.
Ready to explore some more like cutting-edge applications of AI.
Absolutely. Let's jump right back in. Okay, so this next one is about predicting the risk of hypertension, like high blood pressure.
Yeah, high blood pressure, it's a silent killer. That affects so many people, and often the symptoms, they don't really show up until it's too late. But imagine being able to see your risk, like visually.
Okay.
Understanding how factors like your age or your diet, your family history are all contributing to that risk.
Wait, visually, what do you mean by that?
Okay, so researchers at Hangzhou Normal University have actually created this system
Okay.
that uses your health checkup data to not only predict your risk of hypertension, but to actually show you that risk, like in a graphic form.
So instead of just getting like a number or a percentage, you could see like a personalized chart.
Right.
That highlights your risk factors.
Exactly.
Wow.
It makes the information more understandable and, more importantly, more actionable. You're not just being told you're at risk, you're seeing why and how you can make changes to lower that risk.
That's pretty powerful. That's incredible. It's like having a personalized roadmap to better heart health. Okay, so this next one is all about predicting severe cases of influenza.
Yeah, this is vital stuff,
Yeah.
especially during like a pandemic, to know which patients are most likely to develop those really serious complications from the flu.
And researchers from National Taiwan University are using AI to do just that.
Exactly. They've developed an AI system that analyzes health insurance data to identify those high-risk patients. Think about it. This could actually help hospitals allocate resources more effectively.
Oh, yeah.
And ensure that those who really need the most care get it promptly.
It's like having an AI system that helps to triage patients and prioritize those who need like the most immediate attention.
Exactly.
That could be a game changer during a flu outbreak.
Absolutely. And it really highlights how AI can be used to improve public health preparedness and potentially even save lives.
Okay, let's move on to something that could offer a lot of reassurance for people who have battled ovarian cancer.
Yeah, it's always a concern, even after like successful treatment, that the cancer might, it might come back.
Right.
But imagine having this AI tool that could actually predict the likelihood of recurrence. That would be huge for, for guiding treatment decisions and just offering peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Researchers at Augusta University have developed just such a tool. It analyzes clinical data and blood protein levels to predict the chances of ovarian cancer returning.
So instead of living with all that uncertainty, you could have a much better understanding of your individual risk.
Right. And that knowledge could really empower you and your doctor, obviously,
Right.
to make those more informed decisions about follow-up care and potential preventative measures.
That's truly revolutionary. Okay, so this next one is about using AI to analyze medical records.
Okay.
And potentially like find these hidden clues about chronic kidney disease.
Yeah, chronic kidney disease, it affects millions of people worldwide. And early detection is just so crucial for slowing down its progression.
And researchers from AstraZeneca and University College London are using AI to delve deeper into those medical records.
Exactly. They've analyzed data from over 350,000 individuals.
Wow, it's a huge data set.
And found that AI can actually identify these subtle patterns that might indicate different subtypes of chronic kidney disease. Now, these subtypes, they might not be caught by traditional methods, but they could have significant implications for treatment.
So it's like having an AI detective, like we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Looking for clues that human doctors might miss.
That's a great analogy. And by understanding these subtypes, doctors could tailor treatments much, much more effectively, potentially slowing down the progression of the disease and ultimately improving patients' lives.
That's incredible. It really shows how AI can help us understand diseases in a whole new way.
Okay, Switching gears a bit, there's research on using AI to predict fetal health.
This is a fascinating area
Yeah?
with the potential to completely revolutionize prenatal care.
Imagine being able to predict, like, how well a baby is doing in the womb just by analyzing the mother's health data.
Researchers from Tohoku University, Khalifa University, and the University of Oxford are actually doing just that. They're using machine learning to analyze factors like the mother's heart rate, weight, age, to predict the fetal RR interval. And the fetal RR interval, that's a key indicator of fetal health.
Precisely. It's a measure of the baby's heart rate variability.
Okay.
And by predicting this, doctors could potentially identify any issues, early on when interventions are likely to be the most effective.
That could give expectant parents so much peace of mind, knowing that their baby's health is being, monitored so closely.
Absolutely. And it could also lead to, better outcomes for both mother and baby.
Now let's talk about something that sounds like it's honestly straight out of a science fiction movie. A stretchable device that you wear on your throat after surgery.
It's not science fiction. It's cutting-edge technology. Researchers in China have developed this really comfortable wearable device that monitors your throat after you've had surgery, using AI to analyze muscle activity and vibrations.
So it's not just a passive device, it's actively analyzing what's going on in your throat.
Exactly. It's like having this mini physical therapist right there on your throat, helping you recover faster and more safely after surgery.
This could be huge for people who have had procedures that affect their ability to swallow or speak.
Absolutely. Imagine being able to regain those vital functions more quickly and more effectively thanks to AI-powered rehabilitation.
Yeah.
It's a really remarkable example of how technology is being used to improve post-surgical care.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from predicting hypertension risk to monitoring fetal health to even helping patients recover after surgery. It's clear that AI is transforming healthcare in countless ways.
And we're just getting started. There's so much more to explore, and the possibilities are truly, truly endless.
Stay tuned, everyone, because we've got even more fascinating examples of AI in action coming up in the next segment.
It's amazing to think that just a few years ago, some of these AI applications would seem straight out of science fiction, but now they're becoming a reality, and they're changing the face of healthcare as we know it.
It really is mind-blowing, isn't it? And we're not even done yet. We've got even more fascinating research to unpack. This next one is about using AI to tackle a challenge that's been, plaguing researchers for years, missing data in electronic health records.
Yeah, that's a huge problem, especially in cancer research. Imagine conducting a study, and then finding that a significant portion of the data is missing.
Right.
That can really skew the results and make it difficult to draw accurate conclusions.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
But a team from Flatiron, Roche, and Genentech is using AI to take on this challenge, right?
Right. They've developed this workflow that uses AI to determine the best way to actually handle missing data. Think of it like this. The AI acts like a detective, analyzing the data to figure out if the missing information is random or if there's some kind of pattern to it.
So instead of just throwing out incomplete data, the AI helps researchers make the most of what they have.
Exactly. It's about ensuring that research findings are as accurate and reliable as possible. And this is crucial because ultimately the results of these studies could have a real impact on the treatments and care that patients receive.
Yeah. It's a powerful reminder that AI isn't just about these, flashy new devices or futuristic predictions. It's also about improving the very foundation of medical research.
Absolutely. It's about using technology to ensure that we're making the best possible decisions for patients based on the most accurate and reliable data.
Okay, let's talk about a condition that's often really difficult to diagnose early on. Pulmonary arterial hypertension, or PAH.
Right.
It affects the arteries in the lungs, making it harder for the heart to pump blood.
And because the symptoms can be, they can be kind of subtle and easily mistaken for other things, it often takes years for people to actually get a proper diagnosis. But imagine if we could identify those at risk before the disease really progresses.
Well, researchers at Janssen are using AI to do just that. Yeah. They've developed an algorithm that sifts through medical claims data to identify individuals who might be at risk for PAH, even before they show those obvious symptoms.
Wow. So it's like having an AI detective searching for clues in the data, looking for those subtle patterns that could point to PAH.
Exactly. And by catching it early, doctors can intervene and potentially slow down the progression of the disease.
That can make a huge difference for people with TAH, giving them a better chance at managing their condition and living, a fuller life.
Absolutely. And this approach could be applied to other diseases that are often diagnosed late, potentially leading to earlier interventions and better outcomes for countless patients. Okay, ready for one more incredible example of AI in action?
Get me.
All right, this one is about predicting in-hospital cardiac arrest using heart rate variability.
Okay.
So it's truly remarkable work being done at Seoul National University Hospital. Their AI system analyzes real-time ECG data from ICU patients, looking for subtle variations in heart rate that might indicate an impending cardiac arrest.
So while you're lying there in the ICU, this AI is essentially acting as like a vigilant guardian.
Right.
Constantly monitoring your heart's rhythm and looking for any kind of warning signs.
Precisely. And because it's analyzing data in real time, it can alert doctors like hours before a potential cardiac arrest, giving them valuable time to intervene and potentially save a life.
Wow. It's like having an extra layer of protection, an AI-powered safety net.
Exactly. And what's even more remarkable is that this technology could be like easily integrated into existing healthcare settings. Since real-time ECG data is already routinely collected in ICUs, it wouldn't require any major changes in infrastructure.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from predicting disease risk to personalizing treatments to even helping patients recover after surgery. It's clear that AI is like rapidly changing the landscape of healthcare.
And it's all happening at this incredible pace. What we've discussed today is really just a glimpse of what's to come. The possibilities are truly endless.
It really is an exciting time to be following all these advancements. And for our listeners who want to, delve deeper into any of these fascinating studies, remember, you can contact Track Health News for more information and citations.
Until next time, keep exploring the amazing world of AI in healthcare.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.